All right, good morning, cyber traders, and welcome back again. Today is Tuesday. Only a couple more days left until the end of the month. And you know what I like about this month is that it officially ends on a Friday. But one thing I hate about this month is, you know me, I hate holidays. We're gonna lose a day of not one day of trading, but probably 3 days of trading. So Friday, Monday, maybe even go into Tuesday. It might be a little slow, but I'm really, really looking forward to September. So anyway, regarding about the market, what happened yesterday? We had a little correction in the market. No, not that much. We went down a little bit. We had that huge rally on Friday. And then we had a little some profit taking, gave half it away. Stocks are mixed on the fabulous sevens. I mean, the video came back a little bit. Tesla looks like it's building some type of a Fausto flag right here. So we're getting some nice little pushes on that. But, like I said, don't get too crazy on, playing the brand names and doing on the swing trades. Some of the other stocks are doing a little bit better, some of the cheaper ones. And we're going to talk a little bit about it, especially the stock ALLR. This stock just popped again. Big order just came in right now on that stock. So I know some of you were trading the stock at the open. I'll show you that big order I got executed in the next few moments. But as always, before we get started, let's just talk about what did move yesterday. All right. So we had a couple of stocks that did make some moves. And hold on, let me get my little orders out here. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Just want to see what we got going on. So hold on. There we go. All right. So a couple of stocks that we had some good moves. Tilray, TLRY. It's been a really good swing trade, nice little swing trade. We know everything about them deregulating the pot market as a category 3 felony to a category 2. So Tilray, I'm putting back on the watch list. You know what? It makes a big move early in the morning, and then it kind of dies in the middle of the day. But I do want to show this over to you. There was a big order right here, about 175,000 shares did get filled, and this was in pre-market. It's got a little Fausto flag going on. This stock could still be strong. You could trade several thousand shares of this stock. I'm just a little concerned. It went up a lot lately. It's up from 60 cents to 160. It's probably almost a triple. But just in the last 2-3 days, it's been on a really good move, about 60% from the dollar move. So Tilray's going back on that watch list right there. Also, a couple other stocks I would want to touch upon. Irene was another really good move yesterday. Irene just moving really nicely. With this time of the year, things make their moves the first 30 minutes, and then they kind of stop right around 10 o'clock. Then you had a little bit of push after that, but Irene's been really, really nice. You could see it stop here for around this $18, $19. It's just been going up ever since, breaking a nice 52-week high right there. So do we put Irene back on the watch list? Probably not. We'll see how she opens up, but that was a really good one. A couple other ones I do want to touch upon that did make some big moves with OPAD. That one also nice pop. Big yesterday, $1.50 to about $4.50. That one was up all day long. Island HD. That one was a nice, good move. Another inexpensive stock, $2 all the way up to about $6. I mean, just right across the board, just a lot of very inexpensive, really good stocks. Cheap. GoPro, I don't know what happened to this stock, but this one just made a big move in the middle of the day. You could see that one right at 1 o'clock, went from $1.20 to $1.70. I have a GoPro too. I haven't really used it. Obviously, you can see the stock got destroyed. It was down to 50 cents. Somebody remember back in July, we saw this big pop right here. Must have been a short squeeze when it ran that high, but I'm not going to go back to that one at all. What else we had going? mRNA, Moderna got crushed yesterday. Just really, really just getting hammered. Remember, Moderna was the COVID stock. Everyone who got the shot probably got the Moderna shot. This stock went to $500. I don't know what else kind of drug they got going on for themselves, but from the looks of it, it is at pretty big support levels. I would say going back into April, and it did make a nice move in the month of June. Can it hold? Listen, we'll see how it works out there. And SMR was another one that had a really good move. Some of these stocks are really testing some big support levels. Some of the nuclear stocks and OKLO also did a nice move. So those also did pretty well. Not bad for a Monday, probably one of the better Mondays that we had. And but once again, today's a new page. We're going to flip it. Let's see what's moving on for today. So the big one right now that we saw that's moving pretty nicely is this ALLR. Let me just bring this over here for you guys to see what we got going on over here. So we got a pretty big pop right here. The stock has just been moving up pretty nicely. Big order here got filled at $1.50. It's at $2. There's a big order here around $3. That would be really nice if it went up $1, right? But it is up a lot. It's up 112%. What really is interesting about this stock is look where it was last year. Now you're looking over the course of the day and like, it really didn't go anywhere. This stock got crushed. And if I go back even further, you could see the reverse stock splits. How many times did they split this stock? My God, it was up in the 400,000s. I mean, it wasn't a $400,000 stock, but they must have split it a gazillion times. But I do like that stock. It looks like a good bottom fish. I guess the news will put. Rich, could you post the news on it? They must have came out with a pretty good drug, and probably get a good dead cat bounce right here. There's another one that's moving up pretty nicely. SATS. We traded the stock before in the past. Another stock that's moving up pretty nicely. It's kind of flat right now. She is starting to make a little bit of a move. The only issue, it is expensive. Okay. That's the only thing that I don't like about it. So I'm going to put this on the B list. I'm not a fan of trading $50 stocks this early in the morning. SATS. I'm going to put that on the B list. All right. This one, another stock up 80%. Huge run up, $1.50. It's on a downtrend. I'm putting this on the B list too. IVVD. All right. So far, we only got 2 stocks on the A list. All right. This stock's got a warrant. This is obviously the stock itself. Don't like the trend on that one either. This one's moving up pretty nicely. Holo. Let's go check out that one. Nice little pop right here at 9 o'clock. Just obviously news must have came out. Net profits. Okay, so basically just came out with earnings. Earnings are big. Okay, remember that's how they justify the value of the stock. So HOLO, putting that on the watch list. That thing is pushing up pretty nicely. As orders go, there was a big order here. It got filled here at $5. Just popped to 530. Someone just came in for 5,000. 5,000. Looks like it just got filled. Probably get a little profit taking on that one. But another stock, $250, was all the way up to 80,000. That probably I like a lot more than an FDA approval. Okay. This is another one, probably another pharmaceutical stock, kind of flat right here. We'll put this, it's up by 17%. MRKR, another, it's funny. They're just all pharmaceutical stocks, every one. Tilray, there's Tilray. Just made number 8th on the most active, up 12%. Hong Kong Pharma, another one. Nope. Summit looks pretty decent. This got a nice little push. It looks like it had a nice push from but it is another pharmaceutical stock. SMMT. I don't like the spread on it. Very, very ugly spread. One of the biggest things that throw us off about the stock. Losers, anything getting crushed there? Nothing. New York Stock Exchange. What we got here? We got stock pack. That's moving pretty decent right now. Spread, 1.5 million shares, not bad. Let's go see the orders out there. See where all the high frequency trades are. All right, we got a ladder effect going on right now. $6, $6.50. Not really that pretty. Wow, someone was laddering up and was pushing it down. It's a typical New York stock. A pack on the B list. So does that do it? This one is still pushing up strong from yesterday. OPAD. It's up about 20%. Spread looks okay. Remember, we need volume to get order flow. Without volume, not going to get orders. All right, so this stock got a nice 3-layer cake. That's going to probably push it down from $4.80 to $5. So still got another 40 cents to go on that one. I like that. That's really pretty because sometimes you see those orders get filled. You can see right here how it tested it at those highs right there. You see at $5? That's because of those orders out there. That's why I got to follow the money. So that one's pretty good. Most active, like I said, the ALLR has obviously been the best move so far in pre-market. And remember, the market's not even open yet. Rigetti, Stats, we all know these stocks right here. Tesla moving up pretty nicely too. RR, NVIDIA, IBIT. So let's go check out Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is getting really, really close to the 110. There's all those Bitcoins right there. That's not a really, kind of look like it broke it actually. Yeah, Bitcoin's not looking pretty good right there. So not a really good sign on that one. All right, traders, anything I'm missing I did not call out? Remember, it is, listen, yesterday was a good day. I said Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays going to be good. Thursdays, things are going to start slowing down. Fridays, unless somebody comes out with some big news, it should be a dead day. So let's get ready, especially how this month ends. You know, the last day of the pay period is on Friday and the big holiday weekend. What's the weather going to be this weekend? That is most important because the nicer the weather, the more the people are going to be leaving town. So I have, it looks like it's going to rain 35% on Friday. So partly cloudy. Saturday, Sunday, Monday is going to be absolutely gorgeous. It's good. Yep. Looks like that's what's going to look like. All right. So look good. All right, traders, let's get ready. We'll be back in 15 minutes. All right. One last thing before we go. Today we have the Traders Tech that's going to be on our podcast today at 11 o'clock. So the technical trader, please make sure you register. There's the link right there. We will be broadcasting live on YouTube at 11 o'clock. So we will be back here at 11 if you're watching on social media. So looking really forward to have him as a guest, talk a little bit about some of the technicals. So there's the link for you. Let's just post that in the, right here is the link for on YouTube if you guys have registered for it. There you go. And if you watch on social media, if you want to join our trading floor, here's the QR code because we're going to be here all day. Just sit there, take your phone, scan that QR code, be right back. And I know I have a lot of phone calls, and a lot of you guys have coaching. Hope you guys enjoyed class yesterday. And don't forget, make sure you do coaching. I look forward to talking to some of you and see if trading is for you or not. All right, guys. Good luck, everybody. Happy trading. We'll be back in 15 minutes. Don't go anywhere.